Welcome to lesson 038 of Online School of Entrepreneurship. I am Dr. Kirian Mfam. In today's lecture, we will dwell on skills needed to be an innovative entrepreneur. Upon completion of this lecture, our audience will be able to describe the skill set of an innovative entrepreneur. Skill set of an innovative entrepreneur. That is, the skills that are needed to be an innovative entrepreneur. The following are the skills you need to become an innovative entrepreneur. 1. Basic financial skills. Financial skills, such as budgeting and financial statement analysis, are necessary for running a business. Creating a reasonable budget and sticking to it can be the difference between your venture success and failure. By learning this skill, you can avoid overspending and appropriately allocating your company's scarce resources. It's also imperative to know how to read and prepare financial statements. Aside from being required for reporting and tax purposes, these documents help you track performance, make future projections, and manage expenses. They can also be useful to investors and banks considering funding your startup because they show your business financial progress. 2. Networking skills. Your network is one of the greatest assets of your organization. Networking can enable you to not only meet like-minded professionals, but build your future team and keep a finger on the pulse of your business. Your professional network can consist of co-workers, alumni from educational institutions, professors and teachers, industry leaders and speakers, consultants, clients, friends and family members, business professionals in your geographic area, others in your industry with similar interests, responsibilities, and goals. Identify and reach out to people who can guide you in your entrepreneurial journey and inform your decision making. Ask them about their business, how long they have been in the industry, and lessons they have learned from successes and failures. Perhaps they have started several companies and can offer valuable advice about raising funds, developing products and service, and building a client base. They may even be able to connect you to professionals in their networks whose work aligns with yours. In addition to leveraging your network, expand it. You can do so by signing up for networking events or using other professional organizations and agents with whom you have shared connections, similar interests, and job titles. 3. The ability to accept and act on feedback. To succeed as an entrepreneur, you need to be eager to receive and act on feedback. This skill requires you to stay humble and accept that your idea of the perfect version of your product or service may not resonate with potential customers. One way to gather feedback is by conducting interviews with potential customers from your target market segment. These interviews can validate your business idea and provide constructive criticism regarding your product, proposed business model, or assumptions you have made about users. You may also receive feedback from investors, more experienced entrepreneurs, and friends and family. Some of it may be unsolicited. You are not required to implement all of their advice, but it is beneficial to consider it. Will their suggestion increase the quality, value, or user experience of your product? If the answer is yes, take steps to make those improvements. 4. Pattern recognition skills. Pattern recognition in data, market trends, and user behavior is an often overlooked skill for entrepreneurs. Identifying patterns in cash flow statements, for example, can enable you to make predictions about future cash flows. When observing market sales data, you can identify sustainability or other time-related trends that inform your long-term goals. When observing how users interact with your product or service, pay attention to how they react to specific elements and what questions arise during use. Patterns will begin emerging. If your product or service is an app, perhaps you notice a pattern among teenage male users who download it and immediately open the chat function. You can use this kind of user behavior trend to learn more about your customers' motivations and improve your product or service to fit their needs better. 5. Strategic thinking skills. Strategic thinking encompasses any skills that enable you to use critical thinking to solve complex problems and plan for the future. These skills are essential to accomplish business objectives, overcome obstacles. These skills are essential to accomplish business objectives, overcome obstacles, and address challenges, particularly if they are projected to take weeks, months, or even years to achieve. Strategic thinking skills include analytical skills to ideate a strategy that helps your organization reach its objectives. You must be capable of analyzing a variety of inputs from financial statements and key performance indicators to market conditions, emerging business trends, and internal resource allocation. Communication skills. Putting a strategy into place for your company, regardless of its size, requires solid communication skills. The ability to communicate complex ideas, collaborate with internal and external stakeholders, build consensus, and ensure everyone is aligned and working towards shared goals are all central to strategic thinking. Problem-solving skills. Strategic planning is often used to solve problems or address challenges, such as missed financial targets, inefficient workflows, or an emerging competitor. Implementing a strategy that addresses the central challenge you face requires you to first understand its scope and potential solutions. From there, you can craft a strategy that solves it. Planning and management skills. Strategy isn't just about thinking of a solution. It involves implementation too. Once data has been analyzed, the problem is understood, and a solution has been identified. You need strong planning and management skills to bring everything together. The advantage of having a strategic mindset is learning how to think rather than what to think. Although you might not always have the right answers, strategic thinking skills can enable you to spot new opportunities, address emerging challenges, and plan for success. 6. Negotiation skills. Building a company requires engaging in negotiation with potential investors, early employees, and prospective partners. As you work to get your business off the ground, it's vital to know how to create value and overcome differences to form lasting partnerships. In the online course Negotiation Mastery, the entrepreneurs behind Unscript Kit, a product that unshrinks wool garments, recount how they use negotiation skills to close a deal with their supplier, SoCentral. After reaching an oral agreement, SoCentral sent Unscript Kit a written contract with modified terms because his chief executive officer felt his company was assuming too much risk. Instead of taking a contentious approach and bargaining over contractual obligations, Unscript Kit's founders focused on the Chief Executive Officer's motivations to salvage the deal. They emphasized how the partnership will allow them to grow their company. We spoke to the Chief Executive Officer's entrepreneurial background and desire to help small business owners. By appealing to the Chief Executive Officer's emotions, the team was able to convince him to proceed with the partnership and reach a favorable agreement. This example provides a key takeaway. In addition to pursuing your own objectives, you need to consider the other side's perspective at the bargaining table. Doing so can enable you to maximize value in your negotiations and forge lasting relationships. 7. A growth mindset. A growth mindset views intelligence, abilities, and talents as learnable and capable of improvement, as opposed to a fixed mindset, which views those same traits as inherently stable and unchallengeable over time. Your skills aren't static. They are the result of your effort, practice, and persistence. Your skills, by their nature, maintain a growth mindset. You can avoid taking your skills for granted and capitalize on opportunities to grow and improve throughout your career. In the course of this lecture, and in line with our instructional objectives, we were able to describe the skill set of an innovative entrepreneur. Please support us by 1. Following us on our Facebook page, Online School of Entrepreneurship. 2. Subscribing to our YouTube channel, Entrepreneurship Teacher. And 3. Liking, commenting, and sharing our post. Thank you and see you in our next lecture.